Hey folks, I'm Serious JG and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII-2. We can't go back to the floor that those Vespid soldiers are on. They drop the item that we need to buy all of our weapon upgrades. And they have a drop rate, according to the strategy guide, of 5%. Is it annoying? You're damn right it's annoying. Best thing we can do, although I did find out, yeah, if we clear the story section here, there's a function called close gate that we can do and just reopen the gate, and I'd have to go through the story stuff again. But it's not... I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think we can just do that. But even if I don't do that, the enemies, they'll still spawn. It's just a lower spawn rate. So I think the thing is to just keep going forward. And if I find a place where they're spawning, great. I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I believe we're just going to go forward, finish the story, and see what happens. And maybe we will get to something where it lets us, oh. I'll need to revolve this around. You guys. Meanwhile, I found at the back of the strategy guide a list of the enemies we need for like big grimed claws and a bunch of other shit where we're just missing a handful that we'd need. But it's enough. If we rotate this thing around until we can get back out of here, we should now be positioned correctly. So, in fairness, the rotating room puzzles did get more complicated in later levels, but I think we're almost done with them, and they never really got all that complicated. To mention the fact that with or without the weapons I'm trying to build, we should be able to, like, raffle stomp the bosses here. You are not Vespid soldiers. I stopped for a brief moment in the case that you were. These guys are like those little, I forget what they're called, the heavily armored Protoss weapons from Starflight 2 that are like really strong against siege tanks. Them. Okay, I do have stuff floating off in the distance here. Maybe there's a better angle from which to shoot at you. Get the treasure chest, it's obviously right there. Yeah, the one that we're looking for that's going to give us like the ability to complete some of those side quests and get chaos fragments or whatever they're called is on a different floor that we can't get till after we've completed the story for this zone. Not the main story of the whole game, but this area's story chapter. Because yes, we will have to come back here later to get more optional content. At least this is laid out like a proper dungeon. So much of Final Fantasy XIII, it's different worlds that don't really feel like proper dungeons at all. Potent, transparent. Nothing abominable, so move on. Top floor access key. Is that going to trigger a story scene? Yes. Just a thing teleporting in, though. Academy datanet file. This information is accurate as of the year 200 as fuck. The highest floor of Augusta Tower is the side of a gate that behaves differently from a standard time portal, instead leading to a virtual space within the AI mainframe. To activate the special gate, one must climb to the top floor of the tower and directly access the AI's core.
This is the last key. Next up, the very top floor.
No ability whatsoever to go down to other floors and get optional content? Okay.
Someone who looks and talks a lot like Caius, at least.
Okay, this is a body double. And not Mog was getting ready to say something there, but oh, who cares? It's just Mog. We killed that thing, yeah. Suddenly having a little flash of paranoia. It is paranoia, it's not the Usos. But I am recording. Yeah, I was just having paranoia about whether or not I was recording.
You might be right.
I might be crazy. You might be up there with him, Koopa. Oh, Yule might be up there with him, Koopa. Pow, pow, pow. Poo, 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 po, po, po. That's all I've got to say to you. Got all this backtracking to do. It might be slightly faster.
I'll be quick.
You can actually change one of these rooms around in such a way that we could get possibly slightly faster back to where we want to go, but it would involve getting in, like if we were to make our way back to the switches here, I could rotate that room around, but that would involve a lot of effort, basically, is what I'm saying. Could have to go to this room, rotate it 3 times to get to that switch, rotate, blah, blah. I think the fastest way is just to kind of go back the way we came. When they say those Vespid soldiers had their highest spawn rate on that prior floor, they're not kidding. They do not spawn at all on this floor. It's just not happening. No. No, 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 no. See, this would rotate this, which I think we actually need to do to get out of here. It's always fun when a room rotates with you inside of it. I go back this way and go to the top floor whether we like it or not. Unless there's Vespid soldiers out here, and there's not. But we can't interact with this thing anyway, so I should have just attacked.
On to the next.
Alright, we'll save our game just in case. I feel like it's auto-saving periodically, and this is not making much of a difference. I don't think it would be possible for me to load without redoing a lot of content and go back to the beginning of... No! Give me the option to go somewhere else. Okay, it's not going to do that. Top floor is going to have to be a boss fight of some kind, I would think. Maybe we'll get really lucky and I'll find a bunch of Vespid soldiers on the way and they'll give me what I want. But no.
We're getting close. Let's take it down.
You can tell we're getting close and big quadrupeds start dropping on us. How about for humanity? I mean, the entire human race is at stake here, it seems like. A greater behemoth. He's the greatest behemoth. Yeah, that was obviously supposed to be a bit more challenging than it was. But we got a greater behemoth drop out of it. Some monstrous fangs. Some monstrous veneals. Going pretty good.
This must be the heart of the system. I know it's a machine, but it seems like it's almost breathing.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I'm out of shape.
What Alyssa was telling us is true. Yule and Caius should be up here as well.
But are they with us or against us?
Well, there's only one way. You gotta be either with us or against us. There's no way they have their own personal feelings and thoughts on things that are not completely based on our own beliefs. That's crazy.
So for my lucky customers today, you get a big dose of spirit and zest along with your purchase.
Can I have you hold the spirit and zest and give me a small discount? But yeah, so I could apparently I could check and see which enemy I grind against to get shattered bones, which would allow me to get these two weapons instead of having to pick one. But they give you chain bonus 1. There's really no point in getting that anymore. Now we would want to get the chain bonus 2 weapons, which are going to involve me getting 2 abominable wings, and the attack rate plus weapons, probably the ones I would actually go with, but they will also involve abominable wings. So if I get 2 abominable wings, I can already get the weapons I would probably want to switch to. But those 2 abominable wings plus 1 more begrimed claw would get me other cool weapons. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to check and see what special goods are available.
It's really quiet around here, so I've been talking to my...
Yeah, you mentioned that before. It was weird then, too. Chocolina's just... she's weird, man. Oh. Well, the sniper's eyes... or you can do delicate sniper's eyes. Moderately increases the chance... increases chance, moderately increases. I did just save. I own one of those, and one of those. Before I run out of analog, I could build one more of each without running out of analog circuits. But then if I wanted to start making the delicate versions, I just saved.
It's really quiet around here, so I
might be able to get more analog circuits. I'm playing around now with like combinations of accessories I probably wouldn't even bother to use. But I like some of the ideas of like interrupting actions, not having your actions interrupted. Reducing wound damage in particular seems like it would be pretty cool. But I get kind of curious about combining the delicate and the regular versions of each. So like do they stack in any kind of way? So if I were to remove all her stuff and then equip, say for example, Sniper's Eye, Pressure 2. Then you do Delicate Sniper's Eye, Moderately Slice. See, I don't think they stack. So I think that was actually kind of wasteful. Yeah, I don't think that worked out the way I wanted it to, because they don't really stack. What if you did Blood Guard, Wound Ward 2, and then Delicate Blood Guard would give you improved raise.
So for my lucky customer.
But now if I went in and did special, I could get a Oh, she's got it equipped. Okay, what if I unequipped them?
It's really
Yeah, I don't think... I think I'm going to load because I don't think this really worked out that well, but... I'm just kind of thinking if you had 3 of the delicate versions of something, would it do something better than a delicate and a regular?
It's really quiet around here.
Because otherwise I'll just undo all this. But if you were to go with delicate twist headband, and that gives you pressure 1, or immovable. Yeah, they don't stack. So it actually wasn't a good idea to make delicate versions of any of that stuff, unless I wanted to be able to have a shittier version of what it does, but also, unless I wanted a crappy version of what it does for fewer points spent, that wasn't good. So what I would want to do instead is potentially, if I wanted to be able to reduce wound damage, I could, for both characters at the same time, I thought that was really important for a specific battle. I could make another blood guard or whatever.
Final Fantasy XIII-2, the story so far.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
Is that you? I won't let you go.
I love he opens his mouth at the end, all goofy. Okay, sorry, wasted a bit of time with inventory management stuff. I was just curious about what stuff stacks and what stuff doesn't, and none of that stuff was stacking. Time reversal unlocked. Alright, well, we'll come back into here. I guess I won't do anything as far as spending my... making new... blood guard stuff. I like the idea of... stacking Sniper's Eye to have a really high... like, I could equip them both with stuff to get some really high chance to interrupt attacks, but... I don't know how often that really happens in this game. But there will eventually be some battles where, particularly lengthy battles against super top tier boss monsters, where it can be extremely rewarding to not take lots of wound damage, because wound damage adds up over the course of a battle.
It's really quiet around.
All right, let's go finish off the story so that I can decide if I'm going to grind for those items or not. Well, there's a gate, which I figured we wouldn't be able to approach without continuing the story.
Yule, are you on your own?
Are you the real Yule? Isn't that like a thing around here, fake people?
I brought you this. Why? What should we do with it?
You
Jam
must
it up your...
protect the timeline. I saw you in Erba. I trust you. I believe in you.
I'm your friend. I'm not trying to kill you.
Time as when we met in Erba. So you're the same Yule.
Yes.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
But who are you? Who are the Farseers?
How do you know it's the same time?
I
You
am
guys
the
have like a
seeress of the oldest tribe
magic
on
calendar
Pulse.
that's moving with the
My
dates?
visions of the future are recorded and stored in the Oracle Drive. But that is long in the past. There is no more need to record the prophecies.
Now that
I have
everyone's gonna
Caius
get
now.
murdered.
What do you mean?
He is tasked with protecting the seeress and remembering her visions.
So he's replaced the
Now
Oracle
and
Drive.
forever, he will remember the entire timeline. Caius. He is beyond death.
There's nothing at all creepy about
You can't
that.
die ever?
The seeress possesses the eyes of Etro, and inside Caius beats the heart of chaos.
The Eye of the
The
Tiger.
goddess has gifted him the curse of eternity.
She doesn't like him very much.
He is a guardian, and his mission is to protect the Cirrus.
Okay, if I recall correctly, what she's telling us now is true. It's not false info or anything like that. And a lot of people's videos explaining the Final Fantasy XIII series are based around, like, this cinematic pops up a lot, because I guess this is the only point where the game really explains to us that he's immortal because of the goddess Etro, and whether or not it makes sense that happened or why that happened, I don't think it ever gets explained. But yes, Caius is immortal thanks to the goddess Etro, because he's got the heart of chaos, I think.
The power to see the future is a terrible weapon. It can turn history into chaos.
Or it can turn the past into revisionist history.
But then, I don't understand. Why are you helping us? I mean, you do know we're trying to change history.
Oh, you are? Oh shit, I shouldn't be helping you.
History has already been broken. The timeline had been twisted before I met you. The distortion leads to a future of death and destruction.
A second Trump
If you
term.
change the future, you can change the past and correct the distortions. The miracle that saved Cocoon.
Or an
has
Obama, third
already
Obama
been
term, whatever your paranoia is.
Someone who was meant to survive did not come home.
Lighting?
Someone who was meant to survive.
Or maybe,
You mean my sister?
maybe you,
Do,
Sarah.
don't you? You're saying that lightning shouldn't have disappeared that day.
It was because the future was changed.
Ding, ding, ding. The future refused
So
to change.
if we keep traveling through the gates and resolve all the paradoxes that are happening,
Poopo.
If you change the future again, the true past will be restored. The past that you still remember, Sarah.
But
Together, the two of you can correct the timeline.
this is exactly what we want to hear. Clearly, you're not a fake Yule.
we've been doing the right thing all along.
Yes.
Well, I never doubted it, but whatever.
Can you tell us something else? Someone has been laying traps for us inside this tower.
I got smashed by Mega Rock.
Who's behind it?
Your enemy. It is here inside the tower.
Okay.
It has generated the contradictions that threaten you. The machine is sentient.
It's a jerk machine.
Machine?
Programmed to be a jerk.
So the Caius who we met earlier in academia, he was...
An imitation created by the machine.
And what about the other Caius? The one
But it
that's on
lured
the
us
tower?
here
He
to...
is real.
Wait a minute. The imitation Caius is the thing that lured us here to find out about this AI machine and now probably try to destroy it. So, what the fuck was the evil AI thinking in luring us to the place where we could destroy it?
He brought me here. And when we are finished, he will take me away.
He's coming to take me away, haha.
Let's go.
But I want you to be my girlfriend. I'm not
Yes,
as
go.
creepily over your age as he is.
Please, let me see a new future.
Or I'm dating someone my own age.
We'll do it.
Good.
She didn't say good in the subtitles. What the? Haha, I trapped you. Now you're all gonna die.
Everyone is smiling. This is the future I wanted to see.
The future at a particularly successful stand-up show. Huh, guess another Yule died, huh? Seems to happen a lot. What's with the scarf? It's got a kicky little pink scarf, or purple scarf. Oh, it's his headband. This game... Sorry, this game loves the visual of tears falling when the voice acting and the expressions of the faces of the people who are supposed to be crying in no way indicate that they are crying.
Pain, it will be carved in my heart, together with the memories of every other Yule, cursed to die this way.
But as was just established a moment ago, apparently I remember all facts from all timelines. So the fact that I will remember your face doesn't actually mean that you should feel special in any way. Something about Manny faces in the lyrics of the song there? Was that what I heard? Clearly they were singing about Manny faces. Well, here we are at wherever we are.
I'm worried about Yule.
I'm worried that she died the minute we left.
If we're going to fight, we can't afford to have doubts. She's hoping for a better future and believes we can make it.
Do they know that Yule seems to die when they travel through time?
Look, the fake Caius was sent out from this place.
But where's the enemy that Yule warned us about?
The music indicates it's right here.
The Proto-Fal'Cie. So this is what Yule meant by sentient machine.
This thing has been behind everything. It's the one who turned the people into Sith. And it's the
jerk.
one who's been trying to kill us in the tower.
So we should probably get rid of it. So this battle will probably be a bit of a joke, but it should be somewhat challenging, but doable when you are not overleveled. I'm thinking getting rid of its arms is probably a good idea. Yeah, they're playing the major boss music. Drop some Phoenix Downs.
I don't understand. How did the future Proto-Fal'Cie end up here?
This place must be like the void beyond. A crossroads where the future and past intersect.
Yeah, sure. I can see how. What?
Lord,
What?
Do you realize what this means? The Proto-Fal'Cie could have used this place to travel through time and infiltrate.
It means you guys are changing the rules of the story constantly, willy-nilly. This is support whatever the fuck you feel like doing.
You're saying the Proto-Fal'Cie took control of the AI and ordered it to build the Proto-Fal'Cie.
That would be a paradox.
Chicken and egg paradox.
Right. A paradox is exactly what it is. The Proto-Fal'Cie was trying to protect the distortion that gave birth to it.
And it knew all along that it was part of the paradox.
What a jerk.
Just a sec. If the Proto-Fal'Cie can
Just a sec.
manipulate the past, that means...
That it's
It
undefeatable.
can travel back in time and rebuild itself.
So we'll just have to beat it like 100 times.
You cannot defeat the Proto-Fal'Cie, Kupo!
I wonder what happens if we try to beat it without defeating the manipulator on this. Well, it looks like it's still possible to beat it up. And we're certainly gonna stagger it. Looks like we're powerful enough. It doesn't. Oh, and I'm using area of effect stuff, so I'm killing the arms even as I beat up the main body.
Hey, what are we gonna do now?
Cinematic actions, I guess.
Mog!
We gotta stop it.
Oh, that's right. Her sword is Mog. I forget that sometimes.
Sarah, now!
You guys will have to tell me what's going on because I can't see anything. I'm too busy looking for button prompts.
Okay, my turn. See how you like?
That failed. Screwed up.
No good. Time for you to go away. For good.
Yeah. I hit the button a couple times and then switched thinking I was hitting the wrong button, and now we're not going to get rewards. We're not going to get a new colored hat to put on top of our, behemoths.
Thanks to Mog, huh?
Kupo!
Don't blame me for screwing that up.
Nice player out, Kupo.
Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Save the day.
Thank you. You did great.
Wait, he said you play rough, and he said, yeah, thank you. What sense did that make? So anyway, I did not get gold nugget. But I should have gotten a real-time reward of some fucking hat or some bullshit, which I didn't get, so oops. But yeah, we just established it can come back. Why are you guys celebrating? You know it comes back.
This is Hope's fault.
Hate him
He
so
was the one who
much.
started building these things. Proto-Fal'Cie and AI both.
No, it's actually what's-her-face.
But will you listen to me? Looking around for scapegoats. These fights are really starting to wear me down.
I don't blame you.
I also
It's not
hate
gonna do us
Hope.
any good whining about the mistakes of the past. If we don't stop this thing from regenerating, we're never gonna get out of here.
So, the proto-fal'Cie keeps regenerating. What's the battle strategy? Throw Mog, scream at Hope, lure out the original, keep fighting until it disappears. Throw Mog.
It must have a core it regenerates from.
Yeah.
We can attack that directly.
Mog! You gotta help us. Search the fal'Cie for its weak point.
Yeah. Maybe this is working. I thought it was a comedy answer.
You can do it.
No good, Kupo.
Poor little guy.
I don't know what the hell that was supposed to accomplish. Oh, now we gotta fight it again? Oops. Oh well. Bye-bye, arm. Oh, its name is Adam. That's nice. They gave it a name. Well, once again, we're at the end of a video.
There must be something we can do.
Yeah, that's
Mom
something
can't
we could
solve
do.
everything for us.
Just most things. I guess I'm doing another video, and I don't know. The problem is I feel like I've got less than a video's worth of content before I'll be allowed to backtrack and go do what I want to do off screen. Still, we'll go ahead and call it a video here. When we come back, will we lure out the original, keep fighting until it disappears, or scream and hope? I honestly don't remember the right answer. I think it might be scream and hope, and it's like it sounds zany, but that's what works. But let's try some stuff next time. See you then.